we have more and more talk of a potential year-long blackout here in this country. And for those that have missed it, there is this EMP Commission report that goes over the very real threats that are targeting this country in terms of our infrastructure going down. And we also have, this week coming up, a big drill in Wisconsin that I'm going to be covering from the ground, dubbed Dark Sky, which is dealing with this exact same scenario. Now, in terms of this EMP Commission report, it is warned that even the smallest EMP on our grid can take it down for about a year, if not longer. We've talked about before the certain components that it would take months and months just to get those components into this country. And there's a long list of other things you're going to have to make sure you're prepared for if you want to survive such an event. Now, here on this world stage, where all types of events can happen and go into motion just for agendas, anything is possible and anything can go into play. But the so-called EMP Commission report says that this threat is very real. It jeopardizes modern civilization. It would take America back to the Little House on the Prairie days, but most people these days do not have the survival skills that those people in those days possessed. Now, in some of this new information that has been posted here in the past 24 hours, there is some information here on life without electricity. In this life without electricity, it goes over the most horrific scenarios and how this will break down in a couple different ways. The first is social disorder. They're saying that looting is going to break loose. It would require a dusk to dawn type of curfew. And no one would want to be out after then risking their lives, that they're saying. And that people are going to be fleeing powerless homes. That the workforce will be completely morphed into something different, to where people are going to be all over the place scavenging for just the basics, including water, food, and shelter. Communications, they say, there will be none. No TV, no radio, no phone service. In terms of transportation, there will be some people that have vehicles that are working, but gas pumps will be inoperable. And after some time, those that do have vehicles that are out there, if they're not securing those vehicles as they're moving about, people will start to target them. They're saying that there will be no mass transit whatsoever. No train service, airline service, all that will be done. Although you will still see drones flying overhead. Water and food, obviously, is going to be key in this, as they go on to say that stoves and refrigerators will be inoperable. The people will have to melt snow, boil water, and cook over open pit fires. Local food supplies will be exhausted, and most stores will close due to the blackout. Now, as I've said before, this will create an underground network. And if you're outdoors cooking on an open fire with a massive bit of smoke billowing, you're going to be giving away your location. You need to rethink this whole thing, the whole strategy, the whole plan. I hope everyone out there that follows my channel has some sort of a plan. The report assessing this threat is right here. You can find attached to this. But I want to make it clear that 3 reports, studies that have been done on an EMP attack on America have been declassified. There are, I think, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 that are not declassified. They're just keeping hidden, holding back. And if your town isn't making moves, I want to let it be known that the area of Omro is going to see some activity. This is in Wisconsin, as troops are already on the ground. They've been canvassing this area for the upcoming week, this dark sky exercise that's going to deal with an attack on the infrastructure. This is going to go on for multiple days. They're going to have the FBI, the National Guard, power companies, locals, all coming together working on this. And you can see right here, employees. They're all going to be coming together for this in all these areas. Energy companies, National Guard, a full-scale training simulation for this long-term mass power outage. And I'm going to be covering this on the ground, front and center, and I look to take in as much information as possible to relay it to you guys. Ask as many questions as possible, see what's going on, and check this out. MGE, it's all they state, MGE. I couldn't see what MGE stood for as I was going back through here, but MGE will serve as the host site for the dark sky exercise. Now, I found a couple different locations where they're going to be mounting up, but they say for the first time they're going to use a cyber range, which is a virtual training platform that is created to simulate cyber attacks. So all of this is going to be going down, a massive drill, dark sky, here this coming week. Stay tuned to this channel for information on that. And like I said, I'm going to leave links below. And to stay tuned for more survival tactics, period, from here on out, as I really do deem this to be the #1 threat to this country and to all of us. If you can plan to survive this event, you're in pretty good shape. As I said, I'm going to leave links below. Stay tuned this upcoming week for more pertaining to this. This has been Dabu7. Much love, y'all.